So today we need to discuss about the field test on DC series machines, right? So this field test we need to perform identical DC series MG set only, right? So here with the help of field test we need to find the efficiency of your series motor as well as the series generator. So these are the required apparatus, right? We require two voltmeters, two ammeters, right? One is for your uh, moving coil only, right? 0 to 20 amperes, and another ammeter for 0 to 2 amperes, and one tachometer, one rheostat, one load box, and connecting wires. So what is the nameplate details? So for the motor 220 13.6 amperes 1500 rpm, and for the generator 220 volts 13.6 amperes 1300 rpm, right? So here these are series MG set, so excitation type will be series only. So now the circuit diagram for your field test. So in this field test what we are doing, so it is a which is performed on a series MG set. Series MG means we need to use only 2-point starter, right? So line and armature, only 2-point starter. So here what we are doing, your motor is mechanically coupled to your generator, right? So here the field, right, field winding of your generator and the field winding of your motor should be connected in series. Okay, field winding of your generator and the field winding of your motor should be connected in series, right? And for the starter, right, for the 2-point starter, the line terminal should be joined directly for the positive supply. These are the fuses, right, for the backup protection. Line will be joined towards the positive, and for the armature terminal of your starter, we have connected one ammeter. I want to measure the motor armature current, so I am placing one ammeter in series with your armature, right? The range is 0 to 20 amps. So for this entire combination, motor armature and the motor series field as well as generator series field, I am going to place one voltmeter, right, 0 to 300 volts. And coming to your generator side, right, so I am giving a load bank. So I am using here 5 kilowatt load, right? So initially the load will be 100%, means the rated current. As per the nameplate, we will find the rated current. So according to the nameplate, if you observe, the rated current is 13.6 amperes. So up to 13.6 amperes, we need to apply the load. Initially, we need to keep the load in such a way that this ammeter has to show the rated current 13.6 amps. So if you want to measure the load voltage, so this is the voltmeter we need to place. And the remaining diagrams for the measurement of armature resistance and for the measurement of field resistance. In each and every experiment, we'll find armature and the field winding resistance like this only. Now, what is the procedure we need to follow? So first step, connect the circuit as per the circuit diagram, right? And next, ensure that whether the DC series generator is electrically loaded to its rated current or not. Before starting your experiment, we need to check this condition, whether the DC series generator is electrically loaded to its rated current or not, right? Once it is loaded, give the supply to DC series motor by closing the DPST switch, double pole single throw switch, and start the motor with the help of 2-point starter, right? And note on the readings of your voltage across the armature, series field winding of DC, right? So repeat this step by decreasing the electrical load till the 30% of the rated current. So rated current is 13.6 amperes. So we need to perform this experiment. We need to repeat the step 4 until we should get 30% of the rated current. There we need to switch off the supply by opening the DPST switch, right? So what is the tabular column here? So the first voltmeter is input voltage, right? Armature current of your motor is I1, I2, which is nothing but a load current, right? And voltage is your V1 and generator voltage is your V2. The input voltage is constant 220, right? So this is the generator voltage and motor voltage. And if you want to measure input power, what is the formula? V into I1. Next, I1 square into RA. These are only for motor, right? Armature copper losses of motor. So motor armature current is I1. So I1 square into RA of generator. So armature copper losses of generator I2 square RA, right? Next, motor field copper losses. So motor field copper losses are I1 square RAC. Generator field copper losses I2 square RAC. So stray losses, total input minus these losses. So we'll get the stray losses. Whatever the total losses, copper losses plus These are the stray losses of both series motor and series generator. So do it by 2. Right? Total loss of motor and total loss of generator also do it by 2. Then you find the efficiency by using this formula. Input. So with the help of this, you need to get the efficiency of your DC motor and DC generator. Right? And after getting the values, we need to compare with this our model graph. So we need to plot the characteristics, efficiency versus output power for generator as well as for the motor. The generator we need to get more efficiency comparing with your motor. So with the help of field test, we were able to find the efficiency of series MG set. Okay, of series MG set. Here, if you observe, what is the main drawback here? So whatever the generator output, right, the output of the generator is going to be wasted through a load bank. So this is the drawback, right? So it is not a regenerative test. I hope you understand. Okay, thank you. So here we are performing field test, right? So what is the position of the load bank? So initially we need to apply the full load current, right? How much load we require? So according to our nameplate, 3 kilowatts. So here I am going to apply near about 3, means 2.5 kilowatts I am applying, right? Full load. So after applying full load, what we need to do? We need to observe the readings, right? Motor voltage, motor armature current, generator voltage and generator armature current. And slowly we need to reduce the loads, right? Step by step we need to reduce the loads. Then we need to observe all the 4 meters readings up to the armature current of the generator has to reach 30% of the rated value. So 30% of the rated value is the rated current of your generator is 17 amps. So 30% means near about 5.1 amps, right? So up to 5.1 amps we need to switch off the loads one by one and we have to observe. So after observing motor voltage, motor armature current, generator voltage and generator armature current, what we need to do? We need to find the efficiency of DC series motor as well as the efficiency of DC series generator by calculating copper losses of your motor and copper losses of your generator with the respective formulas, and we need to find efficiency of a DC series motor as well as the efficiency of DC series generator. Thank you. Hello students, today we have to discuss about the field test. So actually the field test has to perform on the series MG set, means series motor and generator set, right? So with the help of this field test, what we are going to determine means we have to find the efficiency of series motor as well as the series generator at a time. Okay, so let us discuss about the connections. Actually, what is the change in the connections? Okay, in coming to the field test. So here our motor and generator set may be the series. So series motor should be run with the help of 2-point starter, right? Till now we have discussed about the 3-point starter. Now coming to this 2-point starter consisting of only 2 terminals, line and armature, right? So the series motor will be run with the help of 2-point starter, which consisting of 2 terminals, L for line and A for armature. So coming to our connections, according to our circuit diagram, we need to do the connections. So let us observe the connections, right? So what I am doing, simply line coming to the connections, right? So L to positive and A to A, right? Motor armature winding. So and starter terminal armature, right? Next, here double A to double S. This is the series field winding of your motor. So what I am doing under the field test, the field winding of your motor and the field winding of generator should be connected in series, right? So both the field winding should be connected in series, and from the generator finishing terminal of your field winding should be connected to the negative supply. The thing you need to observe here, field winding of both the machines, series motor and series generator, should be connected in series. Across that combination, I am placing this voltmeter, which is nothing but directly a supply voltage, right? Across the combination, I am going to connect a voltmeter, which will use the voltage across the motor. And through the armature, how much current is flowing I want to measure, right? So with the help of this ammeter, I am measuring through the armature how much current is flowing. So till now we are able to get voltage across the motor and the current flowing through the armature of a motor, right? Coming to the generator side, already the generator field should be connected in series with the motor. So we left with only armature, right? So the generator armature, right? And through the armature how much current is flowing? Actually we are connecting your generator armature through this ammeter and through this load, means these three are connected in series. So this is our resistive load, right? 5 kilowatts. So I am connecting your ammeter in series with the load, which displays your load current, armature current or field current, because it is a series generator, right? Series property. All the currents will be the similar. And coming to this voltmeter, I am going to measure the voltage across the armature of your generator. So this voltmeter will use the armature voltage of the generator, and this ammeter will use the current flowing through the armature of the generator. So we need to observe the 4 values related to motor, 2 values, voltage across the motor and armature current of the motor, and coming to the generator, voltage across the armature of generator and current flowing through the armature of the generator, right? So what we need to do, actually the field test has to perform for 2 identical series MG set only, both the readings should match, then only we are able to perform the field test. So you may have get the doubt that, sir, it may be a regenerative test. No, it is not a regenerative test, right? Because the generated output will not be fed to the motor, right? That output is going to be wasted through the load. It is going to be dissipated through the load band, right? 5 kilowatts load band. So it is not a regenerative test. So that is the difference between the regenerative and the field test. So why we need to perform? We have a brake test and swing bar test like that now. So here brake test will be performed only for the smaller machines, right? So what about the swing bar test? It may be performed, but here our motor is series motor, not a shunt motor. So for the series motor, what happened? The swing bar test will be operated under no load, right? So under no load, the motor will attain the high speed, right? So because of that reason, we need to perform field test to determine the efficiency of series MG set. This is the advantage of our field test. Okay, thank you. So here we need to perform field test on a DC series MG set, right? So this should be performed at the identical series set only, and the series set should be mechanical and electrical coupled, means motor and generator set, right? So with the help of field test, we need to find efficiency of both the machines at a time. Means we need to find efficiency of the series motor as well as the series generator at a time. Then we need to perform the field test. So what is the main difference between the field test and Hopkinson test? So in the field test, whatever the output we are getting from the generator, that should not be given back to the motor side, right? Means it is not a regenerative test. Okay, so this drawback we are overcoming in our Hopkinson test. But here, what we are doing means, as already we have explained about the connections, right? So under field test, the motor field winding as well as the generator field winding should be connected in series, right? Motor field winding and generator field winding both are connected in series. So across this combination, we are connecting one voltmeter, right? Across this combination, we are connecting one voltmeter. So this is your first voltmeter, which will use the motor voltage. So which will use the motor voltage, right? Next, I want to measure the field current of your motor. So I have connected ammeter in series with the field of your series motor. So this ammeter will display the field current. So next, moving to the generator, the motor output should be coupled to the generator. So with the help of prime mover only, we are able to rotate the generator. So this is the voltmeter we have connected across the armature of the generator. So this meter will display the armature voltage of the generator, and this ammeter I have connected in series with the load. So it is a series generator. So all the currents are similar. So this is only line current, load current as well as the field current. So here we need to focus on the four meters, right? The first one is voltage across the motor. That is a combination of armature of the motor and series field of the motor as well as the series field of your generator. Coming to the first ammeter, it is only field current of your motor. Coming to the second voltmeter, armature voltage of the generator. Coming to the second ammeter, it is the load current of your series generator. So what we have to do means, initially it is a series motor, right? So under no load we should not operate the series motor. So what we need to do, with the help of this load, right, initially we should on maximum 100% of the load. So what is the load capability here? 3 kilowatt. So here the load capability is 3 kilowatts. So if you observe, the load is up to 5 kilowatts, right? So each value is 0.5. So 0.5 plus 0.5, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt. So next 3 kilowatt. So already 3 kilowatt load already I have applied on your series MG set, right? Now with the help of starter, right? So first we need to power on the field test, right? So after giving the power supply, with the help of your 2-point starter, it is a series MG set, right? So for the series motor we need to use the 2-point starter. So with the help of 2-point starter, slowly we need to apply the 2-point starter. So if you observe the motor voltage, right, 200 volts, and the motor current means the combination of the series field of motor as well as series field of your generator. So nearly it is 14 amperes, and next generator armature voltage, so it should be 150 volts, and the load current, right? So load current is near about 8 amperes. So slowly what we need to do, slowly we have to reduce the load one by one, right? Reduce the load step by step. Then we need to observe the changes in the meters, right? So the motor voltage as well as the motor current and generator voltage, generator currents are going to be varying, right? So this test we need to observe until the 30% of the rated current, 30% of the rated current, right? So in this way we need to perform the field test on your DC series MG set. So after getting these 4 values, we need to find the efficiency of a DC series motor and DC series generator separately. Okay, thank you.